Hello everybody, my name is ManuFracture. I'm brand strategist and founder of ManuFracture. Here with another Ambitions of an Agency today for another interesting insight lesson from building this business up. So I'm going to talk today about a thing called it's going to be called find the dream in the green, or find the green in the dream, and basically whatever the hell that means. Basically, it's a counter argument to Start With Why. And I don't know if you guys have read Simon Sinek's Start With Why book, which is just about understanding your purpose, understanding what you need to do, understanding why you even started this in the first place, which is very important. I'm not going to discount that. Very important. But there's a counter argument to that, made in an article by a guy named I forget his name, but it was an article about saying you don't need to know your purpose yet. It was called the Red Lemon Club. Yeah, I'll put the link in the description below so you can read it yourself. But it was interesting to me because what I found in that article was basically a lot of different advice than what was in Start With Why. And I don't know about you, but Start With Why probably, at least in my understanding of it, it comes across as very important, but for businesses who've already lost their touch with their purpose, basically, right? So if you've been in business for so long and you can't really understand, oh man, I don't know how to fucking, I'm going forward with this business. It's making a lot of money, but I myself don't feel like there's a purpose to all this anymore. It just feels like I'm making a business just because it's just a business now, right? And so it's because the leader loses passion, the team loses passion, the team loses motivation, the founder loses motivation, and that's where Start With Why comes in, because you need to know the purpose of what you're doing so everything aligns to that purpose. The financial goals, the performance, the efficiency, the systems, all align to that. The employee culture, the culture of the company, everything, all aligns to that. But an interesting thing that was brought up in that article is that you don't need to know your purpose when you're beginning. And I thought, well, that's pretty good. Kind of takes the pressure off people who are trying to actually find their purpose, right? Because purpose is a weird sort of thing, right? Because purpose is basically human-based, right? And I'm going to go a bit deep here, but it's human-based because purpose means that you yourself are assigning a duty to yourself to do something. I want to be the best firefighter in the world. I want to be the best this in the world, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what keeps a person motivated. That's what keeps a person, going forward. I want to help this many people. I want to change this in the industry, right? So this is very important because, I don't think humans can actually function or even, think of life very, well about, because, they don't have a purpose, So I believe the purpose stands for a reason, for the function of, human society and for things to get done. And so people don't, aren't thinking, very nihilistic things, not thinking, oh, the world doesn't matter, it doesn't really matter, screw that, screw this, right? And just have this negative mindset. No, so it serves purpose. But a purpose is man-made. In reality itself, objectively, if we're looking at reality itself, there is no purpose. Absolutely no purpose, And so you make the purpose whatever it is that you want to. So going back to the article, before I delve deep into some weird spiritual shit, I want to lose you guys there. But yeah, so going back to the article, basically saying you don't need to know the purpose before you actually go into a business, or you don't need to know purpose when you're first starting out and trying to figure out everything. So what is recommended then if you can't find your purpose, right? Something you've pushed your heart into, that you've developed all your life for, and you want to dedicate your entire life to. What do you do then? Well, there's various things. So first, if it's a business, you find something profitable. has to be something profitable. A business doesn't run without a cash flow, so a profitable idea always wins, right? And so the quote that came, I believe, from Mark Cuban, actually, find the green in the dream, or whatever, that's what he said. He says, you know, go after the money, but through figuring out that you created a profitable idea that changes people's lives, you also find out your purpose, basically. But you won't know it until you actually take the time to develop a valuable product that sells a lot of, you know, that you sell for a lot, that you make a lot, and, you know, you start actually a business with. And so by then you'll probably say, oh, now I know what my purpose is, because you've gone through it. So you don't actually need to know your purpose in the beginning when you're beginning a company, and you don't need to know the why when you're beginning a company, because it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter because you have nothing at the moment, or even if you try to attach yourself to something, it's too early to really say that that is your purpose. Only if you've been in it for at least 3 years or 1 year or something or 1 year or whatever, right? Any amount of time you've spent in your business, you're actually going through the process of absorbing something, of actually doing something, action that you're doing, and you're starting to see, is this my purpose? And if it's not, that's fine, you move on, you try something else, right? And I think Gary Vee also says, you know, taste a lot of things. You know, I wouldn't necessarily taste a lot of things, but taste things within your interest, I'd say, are the best ways of doing it, right? And then, you know, that's one way of doing it. The other way is to actually, you know, is learn a very, very good skill that you're good at and also makes you a lot of money. Why do I stress money a lot? You're like, oh, Mario, why do you stress money a lot? I stress money because money is basically fuel for anything you want to do. And Simon Sinek says that a lot. You know, money is fuel, right? You are trying to do something, you're trying to change the world, you're trying to make something better. Money is the fuel to make that happen. That's why businesses are able to make things happen. They're able to sell products that change people's lives, solve problems. Why is that? Because they have money. They do also have passion, they also have purpose, they also take care in understanding their customers, but they have money. That's the only thing. They have a fuel that they use, they put in the tank of the business, and that's the money. And the money passes them through everything. So when you have money, you basically can start you can have freedom of choice now to do whatever you want. But if you don't have money and you're trying to figure out your purpose, then there's no use, because some options will be limited to you, and you won't be able to do anything about that because you'll be limited. I don't have money, I can't do that option. Oh, I don't have money, I can't do that option, right? So maybe figuring out a skill beforehand, before even starting a business, a skill, you know, that actually makes you a lot of money over time, you know, whether it be, you know, design, copywriting, you know, whatever it is, right? Something that is highly valued in the market and is a skill that you can do without much infrastructure. You can actually start building that, and there's many jobs like that. So that's another way, and that can evolve into a business over time. So that's the main thing. It's kind of reversing the whole start with why thing, because, you know, you usually want to start for purpose, but when you see that purpose is arbitrary in nature in a way, it's just, you know, something you create yourself, then you can choose your purpose anytime you want. Right? You can choose your purpose anytime you want. No rule of the universe is telling you that this is your purpose, you know, unless you believe in a God or anything. But nothing here in objective reality is telling you that there is a purpose for you. So you make it whatever you want, you know? And first find the money to do that purpose in the first place. So that's it for today. If you want more content like this, subscribe to the channel. And comment below. Tell me what you think. Do you think this is right? Do you think this is wrong? And go check out the Red Lemon Club article. It's a really good article. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.